Part 2, Ghost Story in China, written by Zhao88. I will write about our encounter with the lady in red. As I have written in my first story, the building I used to live in was haunted to the core, always bustling with ghostly activities. But the winner for the most haunted room prize goes to room 503 at the 5th floor, with its all elegant occupants. At that time, 2 boys lived in that room. Let's call them Will and Ed. The room structure was like this, and when you entered the room, to your right was a wall and to your left was a bathroom. Each guy was given one single bed and one closet, and the 2 beds were separated about 2 meters. The beds are facing to the closet, and between the 2 closets were the windows. The boys put their travel bags on the closets. Now, that's room circumstances, and feelings were really weird. When you came in at summer, it felt cold, and at winter, it felt hot. The room was already tinted with red color somehow. No matter how many times you changed the light bulb, the 2 guys always said how every night exactly at 1 p.m., they would feel very restless and uneasy, as if someone was glaring at them, and the feeling would last until morning. I experienced that myself, and when I fell asleep on Will's bed, I woke up exactly at 1 p.m., feeling somebody watching me with no friendly disposition, and had me ran from the room as fast as I could. The 2 cursed guys were leaving me alone, then went playing DOTA at the nearby internet cafe. My friend Will had a girlfriend from another school, the University of International Business and Economy, Beijing, UIBE for short. Her roommate, which was also her friend, had the ability to see and communicate with spirits, a trait that she inherited from her mother. We'll call her Seer Myra, and Will's girlfriend, Sam. One time, Will and I were in his room, Skyping with Sam and Myra. Will took his laptop and spun it around to show the room, when suddenly, Myra screamed at us to get out of the room instantly. No question. At that very moment, we felt a stabbing glare from behind us, and without asking more, we dashed out. We ran to the room, and a phone call from Myra explained that when Will showed her that room, she saw a lady wearing all red, and she was sitting on Ed's travel bag above the closet, glaring at us. She had long hair, and a part of her face was covered by her long black bangs. When she screamed at us to get out, the lady was glaring at Will. Apparently, she disliked having a girl in the room, which was me. She also told us that there were 2 other entities in the room. One was a little boy around 6, with a very pale face and wearing clothes like those were in the old Chinese vampire movies, and another boy around 12 years old. Will then told us that he saw the child when he woke up from his sleeping in the middle of the night, and the child was choking him. He somehow managed to run and turned on the lights, making the child gone. At the time, Ed wasn't at home. Ed also told us at a later time that when he saw the other ghost, the 12-year-old boy standing beside his bed, he didn't want to alarm Will, so he just went back to sleep and stayed silent. We told Ed about the lady in red sitting on his bag and decided to move it down. To our horror, we saw that the bag was bent down like somebody was sitting on it for a long time. We didn't need another proof to know that this lady was dangerous. The red clothes that she wore was believed by Chinese people to be a proof of power and danger, while white clothes bring the weakest. After the incident, we learned to speak greetings every time we came into the room, and the girl tried to spend less time inside, since the lady disliked women. There were no other incidents happen until Ed went back to Indonesia for good, bringing the travel bag with him, and I had all the unluckiness of acquiring the room just opposite of 503 as my room. The dorm has this policy of foreign students, and so we cannot book a room until we go on vacation. When I came back from visiting my country, I found the receptionist had given my room to someone else, and I, with Myra, who chose to switch universities, and I decided to share a room with me, ended up in 502, opposite of 503. It was a close call. A minute later, we ended up in the cursed room. To our surprise, I had my third eye open during my visit to Indonesia. The lady wasn't there anymore. Only 2 kids were occupying the room. We called Ed for Skype session and asked to be shown the bag, which proved our horrors. The lady couldn't bear parting with Ed's bag, so she followed him to Indonesia. Ed decided to put the bag in his house's attic, in a corner rarely seen. Wise choice. And with that, ended our encounters with the lady in red. If you guys like this story, hit that like button for part 3.